Talk a little bit about La'el Collins, who went undrafted in the NFL draft this year. He's got this. It's not even. He hasn't been charged with anything. He hasn't been arrested with anything. He's
just being questioned.
He's just being questioned. He spoke with police, and it sounds they're not making any comments. But it's interesting to me because you look at obviously marijuana and potential involvement with murder are two different things. But it's just amazing how some of these kids' draft stock in an instant, it's just all over because they don't even want to touch him.
If Aaron Hernandez hadn't been on trial a month ago, he would have been
this would have been different?
He would have been drafted. Absolutely, so? And I think he'll still get drafted because there's always a team or 10 that are willing to take a chance on a player that has a lot of talent.
Right. And what do you mean still get drafted? The draft?
Well, I mean he'll still get signed by somebody, right. And he could go into the supplemental draft.
The reason why there was some speculation that I've heard through social media that he would say, I will wait to be drafted next year. Well, how can you make that decision? Except there is a history of a quarterback who refused to play for the team he was drafted for and successfully was able to go back in the draft the next year. Cleveland Browns quarterback, kicker, he's a quarterback punter. If I told you his name, you'd remember it.
Lou Groza?
No, not that far back, but this kid was a punter quarterback at Ohio State and was considered the best punter in the draft that could be a third-string quarterback. He didn't want to go to Cleveland. He actually went back into the draft the next year. According to the NFL rules now, you can't. It's not like the baseball draft where you can refuse to play.
No, but they do have a supplemental draft he could enter.
So it may, if he's cleared, I'm saying if he's totally cleared of any involvement, then there may be. They did that. Remember once the Broncos drafted a running back.
Bobby Humphries.
Thank you. And so there's still some possibilities for you. You have better memory than I do. Well, you should. You're a lot younger than I am. I'm not surprised, and I would have thought maybe somebody in the 7th round, but it's the Tim Tebow factor, not from Tebow, but do we really want to deal with this? And it was the Michael Sam thing, and I'm not making comparisons other than teams just don't want
he's not a suspect. He's just being questioned.
Not even a person of interest. Hasn't even been named as a person.
They just want to ask him questions. Because the woman that was killed was carrying his child.
Sure, but also that he wouldn't talk to the police before the draft. And I said the other day when we were talking about it, if you got no problems with it, go in and give your DNA and prove whether you're the father or not. Lay out your evidence that your agent and attorneys say there's proof you were someone. Go do that if you want to get in the draft. So timing everything is like Ray's situation. If this had happened 4 months ago, it would have blown over by now.
Right.
But the Broncos felt like it was a one-time situation. I don't believe that.
The Hernandez thing is casting a very long shadow on this situation. No doubt about it.